Have you tried a Marathon yet?
Woody's super into it. He's already
Are you?
A
Yeah, I have
Commander.
here. I'll look. I have 164 hours in that game. What level are you?
I'm at 90. I'm like level 30. I only play solo, so
wait, that's 2 levels. I'm confused. Oh, 90 hours, level 30. I see.
Yeah. I only play solo, so like that's how I enjoy those kind of games. But I love Marathon. It's a lot of fun. Super rewarding.
Like it too. I like it a lot. It's really rewarding. I worry the auto aim is really good. Sometimes I see clips on Reddit with people on a controller and they're just lasers on the nose.
Yeah.
Like, is that how I lost gunfights?
I have cross-platform, or can the console people snipe the PC people?
It is, yeah. You can.
Yeah, and console people can turn off so they don't have to face PC, but the inverse is not true. I can't turn off the auto aimers, and
well, you can use a controller with a PC too. You don't have to just. I mean, it'll give you auto aim.
My dick's like really big.
I use mouse and keyboard too because I just think you're doing so many things in that game. Same with like Arc Raiders. I went back to controller for like 2 years, and then Arc Raiders came out, and there's just like so many things to do. So I felt like I was at a disadvantage, and so I started playing.
Play Marathon. I heard it looks really good.
It is awesome. It is
like everybody was really. It looks like they really improved it. Did anybody like play the early version? I know they had like a really early beta, and everybody was like shitting on it. Did you play the early version?
No. So he's talking about the version from like April last year or something. The alpha, and they did this play test. I wasn't even aware of the game at the time. It looked like
trash originally.
People
but then, like,
hated it. They didn't like the way it played, and somehow Bungie like turned this into something that everyone who plays it loves it. It's got a lot of hate from people who
I was like super surprised at how much they improved it. It looked like
it takes a bit. It really does. Like Arc Raiders is pretty intuitive. Like you can kind of pick up the gist of that game in like 4 or 5 hours, and then it's just a matter of learning what to save and what to discard, like how to loot, but you can learn the systems really quick. With Marathon, you have to put I would say 10 to 15 hours. And then once it really starts clicking, it just becomes so addicting. Like you just wake up and you just want to play.
I think the problem with Marathon is going to be that it's going to be seen as a failure. They didn't sell nearly enough copies for as big of a release as it is. Arc Raiders sold 14 million copies. You know how many copies Marathon sold?
1.2 or something.
1.2.
Kyle, I think you're probably right, but I have this delusion. I have 3 games. One is Cyberpunk. The other is it No Man's Sky?
Yeah.
And
those games had different problems.
The third
they sold plenty, but were underwhelming.
Rainbow Six. Like these are all games that were kind of panned on
Cinderella
day one.
stories. We call them Cinderella stories.
Okay, so my hope is that because I think Marathon is a far better game than its sales would imply, and its Steam reviews are really high. I just hope that somehow it gets traction. The one thing I think that hold against it, even as a guy who super loves the game like me, who plays it 5 hours as a weekday. Hold on, it doesn't look that good on a stream. Even I watch streams, and I'm just like, I don't know. I can't put my finger on why it's more fun to watch Counter-Strike, Arc Raiders, freaking silly golfing games that Peanut plays or whatever. But watching Marathon as a Marathon addict doesn't pull me in. And I worry that will hurt its advertising. Streamers are not playing it.
Are they pivoting away? Like
they got paid to play it. And I don't know that many of them have played much without being paid. Shroud has.
Shroud is obsessed with that game.
Shroud's obsessed. There's another guy named Aztec Cross who was a big Destiny streamer. He's new to me, but he's a million sub channel. He's not like small or new.
Sure.
And but just something about watching it, even as an addict, I'm like, well, I see why people it's not getting the views.
So Sony's committed to it. I mean, they spent billions to buy Bungie, so they kind of have to commit to it for a little bit.
Make another Halo game.
Kyle's right though that the sales have been underwhelming. But I'm with you, Woody. I think there's so much potential for that. Another good example is Rainbow Six Siege. That was a game that came out. Oh, did you say that? Yeah.
Hang on. I don't know if that's a good comparison. And I don't. Maybe I'm talking on my ass a little bit, but I think all of those examples sold really well out of the gate. They had great initial sales. The problem was they had glitches, or they weren't exactly what they had advertised, or things just weren't working out. And then the developer went back to work and finished the product. Like I know that for sure with like Cyberpunk. I remember watching somebody stream it like on day one, and it was like they're in an elevator and then they just fell through the floor and everything was
I have a
flashing
video of
and
like
glitching.
all the glitches I had on day one with that game. It was awful.
But they fixed it. And now like Scum, for example, he's like, it's so much fun just to run through the city with my like hyper knife, fucking shit up. Now it's a polished working game.
They did more than just fix the bugs. Most of those bugs were on console and specifically the previous gen. Like I bought Cyberpunk on PC day one and I didn't really have any bugs. Like I had a great experience, but like a few years into that game's life cycle, they came out with the expansion and the 2.5 update, and they radically changed the systems in that game and like really vastly improved it. No Man's Sky is like very similar. I mean, they improved the visuals, they improved the systems. Like that is a very, very fun game, but it was super rough. But the point is, like most games, you get this spike of like the player base in the beginning, and then most games are kind of dead after like 90 days. And so for games to go up after like a year, 2 years, 3 years, that's super rare. Like that almost never happens.
That's what Tarkov did. Tarkov started as like a grassroots thing almost, and like built its momentum over the course of many years of like, and it required loyal streamers who were passionate about the game, and a developing team that was interconnected and willing to like reach out and like tap that audience. Like it seemed like it was streaming seems really important to the developers at Tarkov. Like they have their streamer item integrations and all sorts of things like that. They do all sorts of streaming events, and that game sort of it always got better. Every 6 months that game got better for like 8 years or something like that.
Well, I mean,
like maybe you take a little step back. Audio was always buggy, but for the most part, like the game got closer to what they wanted.
The wipes always delivered like 1/3 of what they promised. I remember that being a big thing. I think they called it battle state time or something like that. They just 6 months takes years.
How many games
hopeful for Marathon? What's definitely going to happen. This I'm sure. If Marathon does get shut down, I'll have gotten my $40 out of it.
Oh yeah.
Like if you want to buy this game and try it, and I'm like a salesman for them at this point. Like my game, but give it 2 days and I think you'll like it. And even if it never gets super popular, you'll have gotten your value.
I didn't know it was only $40. That's a horse of a different color, honestly. That's a big deal.
They're gonna stick with it for at least a year, is what I read. Because I mean that's already a big, it's not like Concord, you know, like they were always going to stick with it. The sales are like not great, but they're also not horrible, and there is a room to expand that player base, but they need to figure out a way to hook people faster. I'm not saying make the game more casual, because I don't think it should be that, but they need to hook people within like 5 hours, and I don't think they're doing a good enough job with that right now.
I want to
Let's talk about the economics of it though. All right, so $40 game, right? Is there any like in-game transactions, microtransactions?
There's cosmetics you can buy. I don't.
They're gonna have a battle pass, but it's not fleshed out yet. Like
the reason I ask, they sold 1.2 million copies at $40 per copy. That's pretty easy math. They've got like $50 million in sales. The game costs $250 million to develop and another 150 to 200 million to market.
Yeah.
They're in the hole.
That's a lot of.
I don't understand how it costs so much to make a fucking video game.
It took them 5 years.
It's
like when you look at it, it is a lot, but a studio with like 1,000 people working for 5 years could spend 50 billion a year. Like I get that. I'm not particularly tied to Bungie's success. Bungie can lose tons of money, and you know who wins? Me. I've already enjoyed this game for 160 hours for $40. Like you can't make me. They could turn it off today. I've got it. But if they won't turn it off that quick, if you buy this game and give it a day, it has an onboarding problem. That's what I call what Hutch called layout.
Sure.
On day one of the server slam, I wanted to like the game and I hated it. By day 2, I was addicted. I spent 37 hours over the course of 3 days in that game. And
I had
then
a similar
that's
situation.
A bananas amount of time over 3 days.
Yes. Well, there was a reward if you got to level 30, and I was like determined to do that. And
was it worth it?
No.
it
put shit in my
They
stash that I'm like, I hate this. Sell. And then the game came out. Same thing. I'm like, oh, I know I didn't like it on day one, but I'm not a day one player anymore. I'm nearly 40 hours in. Hated it on day one. You just spawn in and your character has no stamina. He doesn't jump high enough. He doesn't run long enough. It's kind of like the beginning of Tarkov, to be honest, where You're this soldier, and you can't go 30 minutes without 2 snack breaks and a drink in Escape from Tarkov when you first start. Well, this guy can't run more than 30 meters without stopping and resting, and he's a robot. But give it 5 hours, and you'll start to get your arms around the game and addicted to it. You know this. Games with a little consequence matter. I called my teammate a thieving cunt today.
Did you say anything offensive?
I was in fill mode, which means I was playing with randoms, and I kick it off friendly like I always do. Hey guys, got any mics out there? One of the guys had a mic. Okay, cool. He sounds like the marble mouth guy from Fat Albert. Every time I ask him a question, I'm like, "Can say it again? Nice, loud and clear for me." And he just lazily mumbling whatever he says. He's running a free kit, which already makes him a lower life form than me. And him and the no mic freaker are on my team, and they fucking suck. The other team kills 2 of them. I killed 2, but it was fucked. Long story short, I duck out, wait a minute, come back. I kill the 3rd. I res both of them. This fucker's looting everything. Bro, worthless fuck.
Is there friendly fire?
What an asshole.
No.
Oh, that's a mistake on Marathon's part. I like a game with friendly fire.
You know what?
Justice when needed.